Welcome everyone to the CCL Halftime Show. I'm Kyle Fergusson, and I'm joined by Storm Esports tank player Lauber. Thanks for joining me, Lauber.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to talk to you. Got to do some replay with reviews with you in the past, but it's nice to see you. Congrats on the season so far. What a wild ride it's been.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Been some ups and downs. We're still trying to find our footing as a team, but being 4-1, it's pretty good. Hopefully 5-1 by then this week.
It's a pretty good footing, yeah, being second in the entire season right now. You guys had an amazing start to the season. It almost seemed like you guys just sort of immediately meshed, but this was a brand new team for you from last time. So you're previously part of Crowd Control, and then Storm Esports picked you up first. So did you help make the team that you're now a part of?
Yeah, well, basically it was me and BBJ wanted to be on a team together.
Cool.
So Storm just talked with Michael Udall and then asked for the swaps, got CCL's approval, and rest is history, I guess.
Nice. Well, it was said in your previous interview about Crowd Control that you were kind of the dad of the group, and you were sort of, making things a little more serious, keeping the focus going. Is that continuing now, or do you and BBJ trade off on that job?
I think there's a bit of a mix. I think both me and BJ are the dads this time around. I would say BJ is like the more dad, and he has a favorite child for sure.
Who's the favorite child?
The kid is not European and not North American. Let's say it like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. A little more healing goes that direction than maybe for the tank player.
Only healing, all the cleanses, everything. I can't get a heal to save my life. That's why I'm dying so much, because BBJ is not healing me.
Yeah. Well, and classic. He's moved away from the Brightwing a little bit, but you got him in trouble maybe once or twice in the past. That trust's been broken, so all the heals go elsewhere now. Well, good to know. Do you feel like you're kind of reining in the team still, or are you reacting to their plays?
I would say I'm still holding control, especially Kepi. I'm trying to make him play, not only for kills and for objective and other stuff, and trying to learn him that one kill is enough. We don't have to get more. And I think he's improved a lot, but he's just very mechanically gifted, so it's nice having him around. And then IB, who doesn't have a mic, also kind of have to reel him in as well, so it's a lot of stuff to do.
I'm sure. Well, you guys have done fabulously so far. Let's talk about last weekend, though, because that was an insane series versus Diamond Hands.
Yeah.
What's your immediate reaction? Clearly you remember it well.
I think we played really, really bad, really sloppy. I think the week coming up to that series as well, we were playing pretty bad in scrims, so I was confident we were gonna win, but not that it was gonna be this close. But hopefully we shape it up for next week.
Interesting. Did the break maybe move you guys apart a little bit, so you had to reconvene?
I think so. I think we took a little bit of a longer break with no CCL that weekend. And I played a lot on EU, so I think going back to the NA ping again kind of screwed around a little bit with me as well. And then I think some of the scrims got cancelled, or people in the enemy team didn't show up, and the scrims were just very scuffed that week. But hopefully that changes this week.
Well, and I hear, of course, there's ping when you come from NA or EU. But I've also heard that the EU players are a lot more into what you're cooking. They really like watching the tank, whereas we on the NA server kind of do our own thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, just recently we had the talk about some times the carries don't follow up on my engages, and sometimes it's their fault, and sometimes I'm in Africa looking for something while they're back in North America. So. It's a give and take. I need to learn to control my engages a bit as well.
That's fair, but it was a very awesome series. It was entertaining. Maybe you can take solace in the fact that it was highly entertaining. I mean, we had almost every single one of those was a 28-minute game that came down to an insane finish. Even the end there was it was a core race, but one was done by players and one was done by catapults, but it was still rather tense.
Oh yeah. We were super tense in the comps as well, so we're really happy we got to close it out. Kind of annoyed that we threw the Towers of Doom game so hard. Just a few mistakes, and then it kind of snowballs into especially Stitches on that map.
Yeah, the ability for you guys to hit Battlefield of Eternity with the morale you had is amazing after a Towers of Doom reverse like that happening. But I mean, you're well known for being a rather educational player, so I do have some questions for you about some of your picks and what you've been up to. But first,
sure.
Your alternate ID is ETC God, is that correct?
It used to be, but I changed it to Rebual, which is Lauber backwards. But yeah, ETC God is it's like the original Smurf that I did. Yeah.
I mean, you do in the CCL alone have like a 75% win rate on the hero, but it's currently considered out of style. Not a lot of ETC happening. Why do you think that is?
I think he's very niche right now. He only works against some sort of comps. Like the enemy team can't have like a lot of hard lockdown to kill the tank. They can't have long range heroes. Like picking ETC into Chromie is almost like a death sentence. So it's like just a lot of factors for you to be able to pick him, because he's like, a Gaslow main tank is more tankier than ETC right now. So maybe I'll start playing Gaslow instead.
I mean, I'm for it. In that way, it does kind of feel like Uther's disappeared entirely. Do you agree with that after the recent update?
I think main tank Uther has disappeared a lot, because the armor that you don't get as much armor yourself anymore. I think that was a pretty big nerf. So it's so much easier to kill now. Teams still play it, but I think soon they will realize that it's not as good anymore.
In Infernal Shrines, you picked up a Blaze, which was your first Blaze of the CCL. Where did that come from, and why did that happen?
Well, we played the Blaze main tank a couple of times in scrims, so I was confident with the pick. And to be honest, I don't know why we picked it. I mean, it's good into Junkrat. Kepi tells me what hero to pick, and I pick it. That's it. I don't question him. I'm obedient like that.
Okay, so at home I was like, okay, so like Diablo, like Tychus, you're gonna stun them all, but why Junkrat? Why is that good?
Because you can walk into his traps, and then you can cleanse yourself with your level 1.
Oh.
So you can, because of the new talent, Big Ass, with 1S, it makes it so the shrine minions won't eat the trap. So you need someone to take the trap, and then Blaze can do that. He also has a bunker in case he doesn't have cleanse up as well. So it's like two like panic buttons that he can press if he gets trapped.
Interesting. So the old pick for that sort of environment may have been Johanna. Do you think that she's not got it after the rework?
I think he's pretty fucking terrible. I mean, I kind of don't like playing Johanna, and also now that you can't, we're just gonna ignore that. Now that you can't take Falling Sword as well because it's bugged, the hero is even worse. I think with Falling Swords we would have seen a lot more Johanna, but with Blessed Shield, like she's less tanky, deals less damage. I mean, don't pick her in Stormly Giving, guys. Like, you will lose.
All right.
I promise.
All right. Well, I mean, you get to blind twice. It's so much more active than it was.
Oh my god, a blind! It's blind Illidan, and he can't kill us.
Insta win on that. There is you played a Muradin this weekend too. Are you excited about the upcoming possible quest update in which it'll be more like Stitches?
Oh, is that the case?
Yeah. One of the devs got around and said that 13, perhaps 13, it'll just turn on and pierce rather than you having to go farm it.
Okay. Now we're talking. Now I can play Out of Vision Muradin much more, and I can actually hold my Stormbolts for when it matters. Perfect. I love that.
I do note that. You do sort of have a regretful motion to you as you're sitting in a fine bush. See someone go by in the early game and you're like, I guess I have to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, okay, I don't really want to show that I'm in this bush, but you know, I gotta get the stacks. I gotta get to finish the quest. It's so important.
Well, this week you're coming up against Auction Esports. How do you see that going?
I mean, you know, they got Cascon cloning out the draft. They got Cavalier Guest trying to tell his players to pick some talents that are garbage. You know, I'm chilling. That's gotta be a freebie. 3-0.
All right. All right. Well, I've got nothing more to say after that. I mean, I'm excited for the game to come. So, any shout outs you like to do here at the end?
Yeah, shout out to Storm for picking me and for just making our life easier, and for having the best emote in their Discord called Sane. You know, if you're ever in Storm Discord, just spam that emote. It's the best. If you want to follow me, I'm on Twitch a lot, twitch.tv/LauberGG. Thank you guys for supporting me. I got a lot of recent support, just nice messages, and you know, a lot of support, and I'm kind of overwhelmed with that. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. It means a lot.
Awesome. Well said. Thank you everybody for watching. Good luck to Storm Esports and you, Lauber. Enjoy the games, everyone.